Hello, travelers, friends. I'm here again. Little tips from Walter from the Little Max do Campineiro. And if you ask what is Campineiro, that's basically the town that I'm come from in Brazil. And then people born there, it's called Campineiro. So that's why I call the Little Max do Campineiro. So if you care, good. If you don't, oh well. I'm here in beautiful Newport, Oregon. The weather today is nice, close to 65, 67 degrees, sunny. Hopefully we're gonna have a beautiful night so I can go out and take some more pictures. And today I'm gonna talk about cooking utensils. I know you have your favorites, of course. Every time I suggest something, it works for me, it may not work for you, but those are some of the ideas that I travel with, and some of them might be useful to you. The places I like to travel usually has full hookups, so I have everything here so I can stay here for a long time without needing to go dump my stuff. And then I also have the opportunity to just pretty much leave everything on. Most likely most of you guys just use the propane for cooking. I rarely use the propane for cooking. I use for emergency purposes only. I use to heat up the Little Max if it's cold outside, and then I also use it for the fridge if I'm boondocking and cooking, of course, but that's about it. And also to heat up the trailer inside. So in 2 years of Little Max I may have used 2 propane tanks so far, and they're always kind of half full, so I have not used even probably a full propane in a couple years because I always have full hookups. As you probably know, I'm a freak as far it goes with suction cups. I use for everything, and I also use it to hold my tarp. I just refuse to pay 300 bucks for a tarp or for a cover that would cover my eating area. So this was my cheapest solution. I also have a video about this on the cheapest way to have an awning on your trailer. One of the things that I always do when I get to the camping site, hopefully they do have a 120 watt outlet available as well besides the 30 amp, and I always have an extension that I use to put my appliances because I do not want to blow any fuse. I do not want to overdo it on the electrical system. So the appliances that use the most juice or power, usually I use the cable coming from the 120. Something that I must have is my toaster oven. The one I have here happens to be also an air fryer. So I used to carry a toaster oven and an air fryer, and then I found this. I believe now you can find it at Walmart for about 35 bucks. So when I want to do my French fries and everything, I always use this. So this is a must. I use this every day for pretty much cooking every single meal because I can broil, I can toast, and I can use the air fryer option as well. So this is a must. That I also carry with me all the time is the rice cooker, but the rice cooker has several options for rice and grains, and also has for hot cereal, eggs, and then steaming, slow cook. So this little unit here, as you can see, is the size of my hand. Pretty much cooks everything that I need to cook. So I can put like a piece of stew or meat and just leave it here on slow cook all day long for 6-7 hours, and then when I come back it's all nice and good to eat. Something that I always carry with me, it is this induction cooktop. They have some, it's 2 burners, this one is just 1, and this pretty much saves my life all the time. It does pretty much everything I want. I can put it on a timer. There's different temperatures that I can use to cook, medium, low, high, and I use this every single day to cook everything. Of course it does need a special type of pan. It needs to have a magnetic base. It's not a magnetic base. If you can put a magnet at the bottom, then this is an induction cooktop. Or it can be used in an induction cooktop burner. And then this particular pan I use again for everything. I have a set of 3, one that's a little higher and another frying pan like this, but everything I cook for some reason can always be done here. Pasta, lasagna, my beef, my chicken, and everything. If I'm not baking it, I'm using this. Something interesting about this particular pan, like I said, it comes in a set of 3, is that I can detach the handle, and there you go, so it's much easier for storage. My latest acquisition was this $15 little blender set. This is great for eggs, so if you're making omelette or something else, then this is great. Of course, it's not very powerful, but then also it's a frothy. It can be used to make a foam on your milk for coffee, and it has a little dough hook. I know it's very small, you cannot really bake much with it, but this little kit here, it's rechargeable, so it's also nice to have because I eat eggs pretty much every day, omelettes or other things with eggs, so this is perfect. And one of my favorites during the summer is this particular blender. It is one of those smart stick blenders. It has a kit. You can use a food chopper. You can use also a cutter. So if you have cheese or any other type of vegetable, you can cut it up, as you can see here. And it comes everything on this large container, so I can usually make juice. I use this blender, and then I use oranges and then apples, and then I make a nice blend juice. And this is the handle, so you can see how big it is. So this also, it's something that's very, very good to have with you because it serves many purposes. I've done other little cooking appliance here that I have. Is something that I saw on TV, and I decided to try it out. It is very good to have this as well because it does chopping. So instead of using my electric one to do chopping, I can just use this one, and I have made a lot of French fries with this. So this one works pretty well. If I have little video clips of any one of those tools or appliances, then I'll put next to my explanation. I'm not gonna, of course, test and show everything, but by just looking at the pictures, hopefully that's will give an idea the kind of things I carry with me. And of course, this is not really necessary, but if I want to warm up water for whatever reason, then I can boil it on this kettle, and it's collapsible, so it's small and I can fit on my trailer. And of course, if you're a coffee lover like me, you're gonna have a coffee maker. This is a 1-cup coffee maker from Black & Decker, so this goes everywhere with me, and I make coffee every day. And also, I just bought this not too long ago. It was like 15 bucks. It's also another blender. Sometimes I like to have 2 of everything, but I make a lot of juice, so this one is perfect because it's small, and then I can drink out of this, so I do not have to get any cups dirty. Then you ask me, where do you put all this, right? You may not believe it, but everything fits here. If you have the little guy, Minimax, it's like a little puzzle. It is a little puzzle, but everything fits in there. Once I put in the package and then, you know, make a little Tetris kind of game, I'm able to fit everything in there. Then I have everything, like as far as plates go, everything goes into those little travel bags. It's kind of hard to see. I guess I'll drag one out. And then everything is well organized on this little travel bag because everything is collapsible. So if I need to drain things or have the extra frying pans and pans over here, and I have 3 of those bags and everything fits in there, along with all the food that I carry with me. Then you ask, what if I don't have electricity? Well, I'm also set up for that because I do have a it's a BioLite burner that works on little sticks. So if I run out of propane, if I have no way to cook, this little stove that I have, I'm gonna show a picture here or even a little video. It can cook everything on the pans that I have, and I also even have a little skillet that I can barbecue with, but I never had to use it, thank God, because it's just for emergency. And just to make sure, if I run out of everything, I do have my Yeti 3000 watt solar power thing that I use. I can make coffee. I can just pretty much use any of my appliances here because it can be up to 3500 watt surge. So if my coffee maker uses 900 watts or 1000 watts, that means that it can have 3 hours of running power on this. So of course, to make coffee takes 5-6 minutes, so it's not going to drain the battery. So I always have an option to work with if I need to use my electrical appliances and I do not have power. So I hope you guys liked some of my ideas. I have most of my videos are in Portuguese for travelers coming all the way from South America to Alaska, giving them tips and things like that. But this one I do have some specials. Probably I'll put the playlist here on the side somewhere. So if you want to see the other videos, you're welcome to subscribe. And every once in a while I make a video in English. Or if you want to watch the pictures, images of the ones in Portuguese, there's also a closed caption option that you can translate into English if you want to. But those are the tips from Walter's Little Max do Campineiro. I hope you enjoyed it. Suggestions, just put in your comments. I'll see you in the next video.